back on US 192 again today, searching for where the old Viking Motel used to sit. A little quirky hotel that was Viking themed. And all kinds of cool stuff. We're gonna go find the spot where it used to sit. And right off of Highway 192 at 4539 West Earl O. Bronson Memorial Highway, right over here, was where the Viking Motel once stood. Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. Today we are going to be taking a closer look at where the Viking Motel once stood. Found a few photographs. We're going to see exactly what the property looks like now. You're going to get to tag along. Now before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's free. It'll keep you updated with my latest video. If you would like to support my channel, please visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/World of Micah, where donating $1 a month can help fund episodes just like this. Now, let's take a closer look. Now before we actually look at the property, I'll give you guys a little backstory on the Viking Motel. It was basically themed to look like you were in a Viking country, all kinds of crazy designs, something you would almost kind of see in a theme park, an amusement park. Not the best detailed, but they did put a lot of work into this motel. The motel opened in 1992. It closed in the year 2010, and then sadly in the year 2013, it was completely demolished. But we do have photographs, we do have memories, we do have those things to keep the spirit of the motel alive. Another interesting thing I found out about this motel was that they actually had a 19-hole mini golf course for kids and family to play while they were visiting. And if you actually visit their website, which I will put a link down below, the website is still up, and they were basically promoting that they have 3 HBO channels. They were an official Alamo car rental place, and they also worked with the Carnival Cruises. You could actually book a Carnival cruise for the Glory ship through the Viking Motel. Kind of crazy to think about. I'll also put up some photographs right now of the rooms. You can see how they were themed. This is what the inside of the room looked. A little dated, a little weird, a little wacky, but that's exactly what you come to find here on Highway 192. Now let's take a closer look at what the property currently looks like in the year 2020. So right here is Highway 192. And straight ahead would have been the old entrance to the Viking Motel. It would have sat right over there. Those would have been the buildings. The pool would have been right over there. And somewhere back in there would have been the putt-putt place where you could play some mini golf. Found this photograph on Yelp. It's kind of a dated photograph, but you can see something very cool. I'm gonna place the photograph into the screen right now. Pay attention to that massive palm tree that you are seeing to the left of the screen, and then you can see the 2 towers of the Viking Motel there. You can kind of see what the theme was all about. Very cool themed hotel, I must say. But now let's fast forward to the year 2020. Look at that right there. That is the palm tree. It is still here after all those years. I'll place the photograph in there one more time. And then now the year 2020, that palm tree is still there. Seen better days, but hey, it's still standing after all these years. Since 2013, when they demolished the building. It's pretty impressive. Must give credit where credit is due. This is from abandonedflorida.com. I'll put a link down below to their website where I obtained this photograph. You can see the sign was starting to deteriorate at this point. Probably was in the year 2010, 11, or 12 before they demolished the hotel. And now let's fast forward to the year 2020. Right over here is where the Viking Hotel sign would have sat, and the hotel would have been right over there. But that palm tree can still be seen. That's so cool to me. And I'm gonna physically walk down here and show you guys where this other photograph was taken of the sign before it was completely destroyed. See if I can match this up. Yep, this is it right here. Before I put the photograph, watch out for this pole and the palm tree because you will see them in the photograph now. And then straight ahead in the middle of the photograph would have been where the sign was, the Viking Motel sign. Now fast forward to the year 2020, and you guys can see the poles and that awesome palm tree, which has helped me so much line up these photographs, is still here. But there's not a whole lot left on the property. Someone has left a Walmart shopping cart here, and there is the old mailbox right there. That's crazy. It's the old mailbox. They do not want you getting inside this place. They have it completely gated, and also they do have a sign posted, so we will not be going in. But looking over here in the property, look at that. Believe this could have been something for the pool. I'm not sure. I don't think the pool was right here. I believe the pool was way over there. But that's kind of cool to see some relics. Whoa, something just took off right over there. Whew. Gotta watch out for snakes over here because there's all kinds of water and things. You gotta be careful when walking through this, even though it is right next to the highway. Whoa, I don't know what that is. It's a rabbit. That's awesome. There's a little bunny rabbit taking off. I'm trying to find where the sign was, if there was any remains of where the sign used to be, like in concrete or anything. Well, found some concrete or a piece of wood. Found a piece of wood, but I don't see anything showing where the sign used to sit unless it was right over here. Just some pieces of wood there. But straight ahead you can see the slab of concrete where the building actually used to sit. Those were hotel rooms straight ahead. That's where you would have slept, right over there. And I gotta tip my hat to this palm tree for holding on after all this time. It's pretty awesome, man. So I think the pool was over in this direction, right over there. But that's where you would have pulled in, right through here. That was the entrance. All these people passing through here on Highway 192 would have seen the Viking Motel just sitting right over there. And the driveway still remains right here. You still have access to drive down here, but it does have posted signs. So luckily I was able to park at the Parkway Motel right over here. The guy was very nice about it. It was actually kind of cool, telling me some stories about this place. Maybe the sign was right over here. There's some concrete left. I don't know. Just taking a guess. Just looking at the property one more time. You can see all kinds of different pieces of the gravel road, and the base from where the buildings used to be are still there. All the concrete and everything, different levels of concrete. Man, I totally remember this place being here. Like, totally remember driving by all the time and seeing the Viking Motel just sitting right there. Giving it one last look, there are still lights up. Also, as you can see, those are different light poles. It's kind of crazy to think those light poles are still here. Well, the only thing that's left on this side is a little turnaround here. You can drive up to 192 and then another entrance here. I'm not sure if this was for employees or just another access into the Viking Motel area, but this was it. Another weird, wacky hotel bites the dust. Really wish I could get back there and see if there are any remains of the putt-putt miniature golf area. That would be super cool, but I'm not going past those signs. It's not my property. And I understand. But it was cool to walk over here and see what we could see that still remains from the demolition in 2013. And yet another shopping cart. This is from an Aldi, because you have to put a quarter in there to pop this out. See? Aldi. Aldi's way down there. Man, somebody pushed this a long ways down here. Then they realized that the Viking Motel was no longer here. And a special shout out to Parkway Motel for letting me park my vehicle here, because normally this is a tow-away zone and they are very strict on no parking here. But the gentleman inside was super accommodating. He was actually excited about what I was filming. It's kind of awesome. Well, you guys, I think we did it. I think we found everything there was to find and see from the old Viking Motel here on Highway 192 in Kissimmee. Which means it's time to say goodbye. But if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a big thumbs up if you ever got to stay here at the Viking Motel or visited the Viking Motel. Comment down below. I'd love to hear or read stories about your time at this wacky motel on Highway 192 that no longer exists. I will see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode. All my links are down below. Until then, everyone, stay weird. Goodbye. Let's take a closer look.